Junior entrepreneur over here. How about you let Uncle P help you maximize your candy acquisition, huh?
Yeah, kick ass.
I feel the need.
Force me. Ow!
Kick ass.
Oh, hey, Herb.
Oh, hey.
How's patrol going?
Quiet so far. Hold up. Say again? All the candy has disappeared. And now all the jack-o'-lanterns have been smashed. And now everyone's covered in silly string? Sorry, Wanda, I gotta bounce.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Happy Halloween, all you Westview, New Jersey residents. If you can't tell, I have me a little makeshift Vision outfit. Got the little yellow cape, got the green shirt, got the red background. We are back again with another episode of I Had a Wanda Vision of Love, and it was more than you give it to me. So if y'all can't tell, I'm trying to upgrade the visuals right along with the show. I was stuck back in the 50s or something for them first few, kind of fuzzy audio, fuzzy visuals and whatnot. So I think I'm moving right along into the future with Wanda and them. So when you're listening to this episode, please use that hashtag IHAWVOL pod. I had a WandaVision of love, and let me know that you're listening. Let's make this a conversation. Let's discuss these Westview residences and whatnot. So we are in episode 6. Now let's see what this description talking about. Episode 6. Disturbances on Halloween separate Wanda from Vision, who looks into an anomalous activity in Westview. Pretty much Vision is going on a Vision hunt. He's trying to see what the hell is going on in Westview. So they keep outdoing themselves with these episodes. That's how I feel. I don't know how y'all feel. Let me know in the comments. They're outdoing themselves. This is what happens when you take a story and you give it the attention that it deserves. It feels like there were fans in the writing room right along with people who knew how to pace a story. I'm not sure if I like this episode more than the last one. I will say with the short 30 minute block of time or runtime that we have, it leaves me wanting more. I'll say that much. So regardless of if this ends up being better than the last episode to me, I still want more. I'm still along for this ride. I'm still excited to see what happens at the end of episode 9. Speaking of episode 9, there have been some rumors that there's probably a secret 10th episode. Now, I wouldn't put it past them. MCU think they Beyonce with these drops, so we might just get a 10th episode. So when I looked at the scheduling, WandaVision, of course, is on Fridays. It stops at episode 9, and then there's a week where there's no WandaVision, and then the following week, Falcon and Winter Soldier pick up. Well, I mean, it could be a little secret episode right there. Yeah, so John, I was like, oh shit, it's over. Yeah, it ended too quickly. Well, it really didn't, but they left at a very good spot. So at the end of the episode, me, apparently John, and I'm sure the rest of y'all were expecting, let's give me like another 5 or 6 more minutes. What the hell is going on? Man, this was good. So non-spoiler-ish. We'll do non-spoilers. What can I say? Give me some general non-spoiler thoughts. Great show as usual. Openings. Whoever is in charge of these opening sequences of this music has been doing what needed to be done. I thoroughly enjoyed the opening of this episode, and it's just following the progression of the characters in the story. It's not a generic slap on Wanda and Vision like this one we get from the kids' perspective. I believe specifically Tommy's. It gave me a we're the kids in America. Oh, we're the kids. So I don't, if y'all know, let me know. Because I don't know what all of the sitcoms and all of the music is based on, but I know it feels familiar, though it feels like, old school 90s sitcom-ish. It feels very familiar. Then having Pietro added to the cast, which if you didn't watch last week, where have you been? Have you even been on social media getting stuff spoiled for you? Yeah, this opening was really good. It kind of gave me a Showtime. Is it the Showtime show? The Gallagher's Shameless. It almost gave me a little Shameless vibe. And I will say, with every single show and new opening we get, it honestly makes me Malcolm in the Middle. Oh, John said Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah. There we go. That feels like it as well. What every single show that we get, I'm excited for the WandaVision of it all, but then I'm kind of sad because I'm like, these seem like some good concepts for shows. Like, though they are based off sitcoms of the past, I'm thinking like, can we get can we spend a little bit more time? And I guess that's part of the allure or the greatness that is WandaVision so far. So so as far as non-spoilers, the episode was good, just like last week. I'm still not sure if I feel like it was better, but it was good. Everything's moving along quickly, nicely. We get a very special Halloween episode, so there's that. I like this model of week to week because we can binge pretty much anything that you want, and this show I think probably will play well being binged, but having to wait each week and sit just like with Lovecraft Country, having to sit around with the rest of the Twitterverse and figure out Easter eggs and predictions and what this could mean and what this might not mean and this and that. Like that's I'm enjoying that. So we get an opening. We get it from Billy and Tommy's perspective. I like that we're focusing on them, which makes me hopeful that they are going to be significant going forward. I'm hoping we don't get the Mephisto taking his soul shards back from them to pretty much erase them from existence. Now, if we need that trauma to happen in order to move on to the greater mutant and proud of it all, I'm okay, but I like these kids. Like, I want to see more of them. What are they capable of? Wiccan and Speed. I like that this was a very smart move too, using Halloween as a backdrop to like put everyone in their costumes, their traditional classic comic book costumes. Wanda comes down the steps and Billy says, "Are you old Red Riding Hood?" Again, proving that even in comic book TV shows, kids out of the mouth of babes, they got these slick mouths. And then Vision with his fit, I don't know if I can put pictures up. I'm gonna try to figure that out at some point, but he looked good. Paul Bettany, like that whole chef's kiss. I do like that we got the kids so like obsessed with their uncle, well, specifically Tommy, wanting to be like the uncle. Oh, he's so cool, he's so great, this and that. Well, Billy recognizes, no, he's what my dad calls a man child. Kevin does, hey Kevin, what's going on? Yeah, it's up there. There we go. Yeah, and Sid says I got family ties with a little bit of Full House. Yeah, like it felt like a mix and amalgamation of a lot of things, but I couldn't, like, there were certain things I could pull out and say, yeah, that feels like X, Y, and Z. So thank y'all for the comments helping me out. And there you go, John, talking about light skin vibes. You say Vision got them light skin vibes. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we get this opening, and then the house. The house is another character that I don't think we focus on enough. The evolution of this house, man, is ridiculous. Yes, just a set piece and whatnot, but I like that now that we're getting more modern, it feels like these changes are very minor. Because if you look at the very first episode, which was I think 50s, was it 48? I don't know. The entryway was huge as hell, and there was like one couch, a table. The space is, yeah, it's I like that the house is as much a character as everyone else. But I don't envy Wanda. So with Wanda, my initial thought is that she was controlling it, she was doing everything. Then with the Mephisto ideas started being planted, I was like, okay, I can see Mephisto. He's red, he's the demon, he's the devil in Marvel Comics. Maybe he has some ties, and now it's like I don't know what's going on. When we get the flash of Pietro being a corpse, I'm gonna tell you right now, that messed me up. I was not expecting that. It did exactly what it did when we saw Vision as a corpse, because I wasn't expecting it, even though it feels like I should have, because the way the camera landed on Wanda at that point, her head was turned, she turned back, and he was just there like with stuff like Weekend at Bernie's. So yeah. So Kevin, what'd you say? Kevin, Wanda is trying to save Vision. That's why she expanded the reality, and the Sword team is trying not to save her, but hurt her. And when Vision was out, they really did. Yeah, they didn't do it. There we go, Kevin. Kevin, right on the money. Sword, okay, I'm because I'm a fan and I'm a stan of Wanda, I'm trying to really separate my fandom from the show and like look at it at face value. If we are existing in this real world 2021 and you're in New Jersey and you're living there enjoying your life, and then all of a sudden shit changed and you're in this walking sleep, and now someone is controlling your body, your actions, everything you do, you're in the living hell. We also saw, I forget the Indian guy's name, but Amar, that's not right, but him, and we also got Agnes being able to speak freely. So in that regard, I know that Wanda is wrong, but I'm a fan of Wanda and I'm going to let her make it. So I think Director Haywood is the big bad of all big bads. But no, I intellectually understand that they are trying to save these people in Westbrook. But at the same time, Norm, there we go. Thanks, Ivy. It's Norm. Norm is the guy's name. That first breakdown of like, I need to call my sister, she's taking care of my dad, help us out, we can't think, that was terrifying. And again, that's one thing that I love about this so freaking much, is that you get this sitcom overlay, and then you get this like horror show where it just pops up every now and again. Something is terrifying, and that I can imagine. Like, as a kid, you might watch a zombie show or a monster movie, and it's like, oh, this is scary. But as an adult, somebody takes away your free will and just forces you to go to a 9-to-5 job every day and then come home and just sit there waiting for the next day. That is terrifying. I mean, that's pretty much what we're doing now in this pandemic. We are either working from home or going into work to come right back. Like, this is terrible. Let's see, Kevin. And Wanda hurt Pietro because he said your husband can't die twice, related to Vision died twice in Infinity War. Ooh, good. I just took it at face value as, he died twice. But yeah, I didn't even remember. Yeah, Infinity War. That happened. Oh, shit. There you go. Come on, Kevin. So we do get, also I got my little trick-or-treat bag. It's Halloween. So Wanda, I like I like that this argument that this continuous argument or conversation that her and Vision have had for the last couple episodes has not slowed down. True enough, he is trying to figure out what's going on, but he ain't taking his foot off her neck. After we have this very wholesome interaction with her and her brother and her kids, he comes downstairs and she's like, "Oh, baby, I'm so happy you got into the Halloween spirit." He's like, "Well, there's nothing else in my closet, ma'am. Should I be naked?" And that the acting, y'all know I'm a stay. I'm standing for this show. The acting, these small moments, like that moment right there, that exchange, where it's like, I'm being nice, nasty. My family is here. I'm trying to keep it together, but you are doing things, wife, that you've never done before. You're not including me on what it is you're doing. You're taking advantage of people, and I am now woke enough to understand that something is wrong. And the fact that I feel like Vision is the only one with free will, or the one who has the most free will. And I wonder if that can be attributed to him being like vibranium, like being a synthetic human, versus like Agnes and them, where they understand even in this walking dream that something is wrong. I wonder. Yeah, poor Vision. That's right, man. Poor Vision. This man, he's just trying to live his life. He thought, hey, I'm with my wife, I got my kids. Poor Vision, man. It's messed up, but I like this. He's going on this detective thing or whatever. So he goes further out in town. He goes, I don't know, let's just say 8 miles away from where their home is. I don't know if that's accurate, but let's just say 8. And where I originally thought Wanda is, she has the town of Westview in this bubble, and she is controlling everything in this bubble. It's mainly like in her main vicinity, but it's still this trickling butterfly effect of I still have enough control over the people on the outskirts, but they're not active unless you're close to me, unless you're physically closer to me. We saw that with the lady hanging up Halloween decorations like on repeat over and over, and her husband in the background picking up the jack-o'-lantern and dropping it down, dropping it low, 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 low. That again was another horror element that I myself was like, again, my God, to not have free will, because what happens if the possibilities are endless? You get mowed down by a car or something. The fact that Agnes was able to take a wrong turn, which gives me the sense that, they again have free will, but maybe because she was far enough away from Wanda that she wasn't sucked in, encompassed, as knees deep in the magic as everyone else. But what if she had veered off the road and ran into some of these kids? Which, let's talk about these kids. Pietro, I don't know who he is anymore. So initially when he showed up, I was thinking, okay, we're getting the multiverse and Wanda has pulled him because he's alive and he's an alternate version of her brother who died. That's what I was thinking. Now, after seeing that he is a reanimated corpse, or at least it appears to be that way, Vision is, and because he has so much working knowledge of this being a show, to the point where he's not like the Westview residents where it's like, oh, what do we need to do for you, Wanda? He's like, man, you did a good job. These motherfuckers can't do nothing without you. Because he has this knowledge about everything that's going on in the Westview. I feel like I don't know what he is. He could possibly be Mephisto. He could. I mean, if y'all have any ideas, let me know, because at this point I'm just grasping for straws. I was so happy that he was back that I'm like, man, you dead. The one thing he said that I'm sure everyone else notices that there are children in the town now. Vision mentioned it before. There's a park, but there's no kids. I walk by this park every day on my way to work. I never see any kids. Where the HE double hockey sticks are the kids? She says there's kids. Next episode, now we got a bunch of kids for Halloween, which again was like a really good way on Wanda's part to incorporate children into the show, because of course Halloween you expect to see a ton of kids getting candy. So it wasn't like he said it, then the very next day now there's this influx of school buses. So smart on her. So it feels like her subconscious is maybe doing some work in the behind the scenes, because I feel like she honestly did not know what was going on even up till this point. But when Pietro said, where were you hiding these kids? And he said, well, I get the moral implications of having these kids out here. I imagine you just had them in their beds in a sleep to pull them out for special episodes and whatever else he said. And I'm like, I mean, now as much as I want to be on Wanda's side, fam, these are the children. What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's see. Kevin said, I really don't understand what Vision was saying. Something like when he said, help the people now, I don't know, and Darcy is in reality. What does that mean? Want to know that? Okay. So speaking to Kevin, closer towards the end, when Vision finally, when he talks with Agnes and we get that infamous, am I dead? No, why? Well, why would you think that? Because you are. When we get that and he puts her back to sleep, because apparently Vision has some of the same power that Wanda does, or maybe because they both have Infinity Stone genetic makeup. I don't know what that is. If you know, let me know. But she turns around, she being Agnes, goes back home. Vision goes through the little barrier and he's like, help these people. Now, at this point, do a little backtracking. Jimmy, Monica, and Darcy, when we pick up with them, I imagine like maybe 10 minutes right after last episode where he shot a missile at Wanda and she threw that missile back. So we're like maybe a few minutes after. Again, Monica, black women saving the day. She says, man, look, if you can't shoot this problem, you can't just shoot Wanda and be done. She's more powerful than you, me, and everybody here. If Wanda is the problem, she has to be the solution. He gets rid of all of them. He's like, you, Darcy, Jimmy, get the hell out of here. They leave. They whoop ass. They beat up the soldiers that take them away. Darcy comes back. Well, they all come back. They hack into the mainframe, do whatever it is that they do, get Haywood's files. Monica and Jimmy leave. She mentions, hey, I got my homeboy or whoever is going to help get me back into the Hex. It will be here within an hour, which I wonder who that is. If y'all think y'all know who it is, let me know. So she does all that. Darcy stuck there trying to figure stuff out. She said, hey, Wanda, Monica, you can't go back in. You've been through there twice. You have now got your genetic code rewritten. You are no longer human, which we knew that was coming. Come on, Photon, Spectrum, Captain Mark, whatever. So all is said and done. Monica and Jimmy leave. Darcy is there. She sees Vision coming out. I mean, deteriorating, like he's going through the snap yet again. Let me tell you how this is why, even though Wanda is the bad guy, SWORD is a hell of an organization. They handcuff Darcy to the front of this Hummer and leave her. They leave her there as Wanda starts expanding the reach of Westview. Why would you do that? How in the hell? So again, to Kevin, to what you said about Wanda knowing Darcy tried to save Vision, I'm imagining that Darcy will be spared. Because Monica even mentioned, hey, you know I'm not here to hurt you. You can sense that this missile that shot at you was shot by SWORD. Wanda needs to take SWORD down. I mean, I'm sure she's not going to do that. Like, they're the next shield. Vision is y'all, I'm getting excited. I'm sorry, I'm talking over myself. Vision is trying to save the people of Westview, rightfully so. He has no memory of being an Avenger. He has no memory of anything prior to being in Westview. He knows something is wrong. He knows Wanda is the cause. Wanda is at this impossible impasse where you have had it good for so long, the first few episodes, where now things are happening that are forcing you to recognize that you might not be the hero. You may very well be the villain in this story, and there's no more innocence of ignorance. Pietro is letting you know in your face, I know what you're doing. Vision is doing the same thing through any arguments, bumping heads, because even if you get him on your side and you're all happy and well, he has some semblance of free will. He wants to know what's going on. Your children are the only truly innocent ones in this situation because they don't understand what's going on. Wanda may very well be the villain, guys. Marcus, I feel like Pietro is somebody trying to use Wanda. You know, yes, Marcus, I was thinking the same thing. Possibly, if we're going with the Mephisto route, knowing that, like she said, I don't know how I'm doing this. I just know that one day I looked up, you was gone, my husband was gone, I had no family, I had no one, I was in a deep darkness or whatever she said. That wasn't verbatim. So could he be playing off of those emotions, sensing this very powerful being who is not as polished? And at the end of this, we need to have a talk with all the Avengers, but specifically Dr. Strange. How is this going on and you are nowhere to be found? This better be answered in this damn movie. I know that much. Let's see. The power that Vision uses on the people is yellow, so I'm thinking it's a Mind Stone thing. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Because I was like, there's no way that Wanda should be able to put these people in this walking sleep, but Vision should have that same ability. But also, if he's not aware, if he only knows I have this power, I'm with my wife, I have my kids, but he doesn't know the history of his power, because it doesn't shock him that he can touch these people's temple and put them back to sleep. Man, it's a whole lot of shit going on in Westview. Cole, I feel like SWORD was scrubbing Vision's memory to begin with to turn into a weapon. That is something I hadn't considered, but I think that's a good thought. I don't know, considering you show when it's convenient this footage of Wanda breaking into SWORD. First of all, whooping all y'all asses. I'm there for that. You show it when that's convenient to back up your argument, like, oh, she's he doesn't want to be a weapon, blah, whatever. What was y'all doing with his body then? You know, so yeah, that could be a thing. They could be scrubbing this man's memory. Maybe that's why that on top of Wanda wanting to just have her family could contribute to why he doesn't remember anything. And that's I want to speak on Billy for just a moment. Billy, there was a commercial, and it was a 90s like Go-Gurt commercial, like Go Magic, a little boy on an island, hungry, one palm tree, crying about being hungry, a shark with a skateboard or a surfboard pops up like, hey man, I used to be hungry too. Then I use Go Magic, and he gives him a little Go-Gurt. He's like, man, yeah, you gotta eat the magic or unlock the magic, whatever. The boy ends up dying. It's like claymation. He tries to open the Go-Gurt thing. It doesn't work for him. He eventually dies. I saw, and I don't remember where. I don't know if it was on Twitter, YouTube, or whatever, but I saw something that said perhaps this is whatever subconscious shit Wanda got going on, telling her kids to like unlock their magic, specifically Billy. We know that Tommy Speed has the power of his uncle Pietro. He's super fast. Billy powers manifesting. I felt like, and I could be wrong, but I felt like this was almost Wanda. That commercial was Wanda tapping into Billy as almost maybe like an amplifier. Not to say she's not powerful on her own, but like if you got two witches in your family, and he's sensing Vision being hurt, Wanda didn't sense that. Is it because you're wrapped up in the conversation with your brother, or is it because you just don't have the range? You know, yeah. So there's that. I think that. What is this? Let's see. Edward. Stephen Strange is probably jumping through the other multiverse. Man, F him. No, just so it says Stephen Strange is probably jumping through other multiverses, which it could be. I'm sure this will all be explained. Like I'm sitting here nerding out, being upset at shit, but I get, first of all, this is all just production, so I get it. You know, his movie's coming up next, so I'm sure we're going to get some type of explanation. Let's see what Kevin you say. I think that the scientist she is talking about maybe Doctor Strange, perhaps, yeah, because they said he is going to be in the show. Doctor Strange helps her, but it works. Then something goes wrong, and Wanda in the trailer blasts her magic at the barrier after Doctor Strange goes in there to try to talk to her. She fights him, comes through saying that Vision says, let's fight for our reality. See, now I saw that portion. So if you guys remember some of the clips of the show in general, where it's like, I thought it was, maybe it's the 2000s Modern Family episode, but Wanda and Vision look at each other and they're like, a war is coming or some winter is coming. I don't know, but let's fight. So yeah, to your point, Kevin, I didn't get the Doctor Strange elements of it, but hell, if he come through in the final battle with Doctor Strange and we have to wait for his movie to see what happens, I'm even fine with that. Let's see. Kevin also says at the end of the episode leads into the multiverse of madness. I'm assuming so. Yeah, Kevin, I'm assuming so. It's the only thing that makes sense, knowing that movie is coming. Let's see, Ivy, what you got here? What do you think of Vision doing his best Wolverine? I'm for it. I'm for it. Ivy says, what do you think of Vision doing his best Wolverine impression from X3? I think Paul is doing a damn good job as Vision. That accent probably is blinding me to whatever bad acting choices he might make, because I hear the pip pip cheerio in his voice. So I'm for it. What else? All right, Cole says, could Monica be meeting Reed Richards in the next episode? Wow, I didn't think of that. Shit, maybe. I know they mentioned in was it the first episode or maybe the third, whenever we got the real world, that there were astronauts lost in space. So that could be setting up the Fantastic Four. I believe that has been mentioned, but this specific idea that Monica could be meeting Reed Richards, I'm not sure. You know, hell, we don't really know much about Monica or Maria or Sword or Director Haywood. Like, we're introduced to them here, and there's been the fourth episode. Yeah. There have been things introduced. We've seen stuff online, marketing stuff, teasers, all that. But this is really our first interaction with Sword. And it's a slight variation on the not variation, it is slightly altered from the Sword in the comics. So who knows what we're going to get overall, because now we can look back on all of the first couple phases of MCU and see where we are with Shield. We can see the undertaking it went through. We can see all of that. Hindsight 2020, but this is something brand new. We don't know what we're getting with these folks. So yeah, it could very well be Reed Richards. Hell, I'm at this point, this kooky ass show, I'm expecting any and everything. Shit, it could be She-Hulk coming in there or something. You don't know. You don't know. We'll just say, come on, man. Let's see, John. We know about Maria and that wig. Okay. Yeah, man. They ain't quite Tyler Perry, but they ain't, sometimes those wigs. I don't know, fam. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that one there. Kevin says, what do you think will happen to Pietro after episode 6? Man, now that what I'm hoping. Now, y'all, okay, listen to this, y'all. I don't know what episode it was that I mentioned the marketing, like promotional material for WandaVision, how it's Wanda and it's Vision, and they're in front or behind a stack of televisions. I know for a fact that I saw a picture of the Pietro from the MCU with black hair, slicked back, in a gray suit, standing behind those television screens, just like Wanda and Vision and everybody else. Now, I know I saw that. I'm going to scour my tweets, my likes, my bookmarks. I know I saw that. That being said, if the original MCU Quicksilver returns, maybe this guy is just a corpse. Honestly, I don't know. And I'm scared to find out because I've been gung-ho about, I want Pietro back. I want this family together. Give her kids. I don't know. Kevin, what do you think is going to happen to Pietro after this? Because if he is, either he is a corpse, just like Vision is, which I could say, okay, maybe, because Wanda reanimated Vision and brought him to Westview. But by her admission or by her own words, she said she didn't bring Pietro here. He knocked on the door. He said, hey, I was laying there dead. I heard you calling for me. I had to come to you. So if she honestly did not reanimate him, is he even really dead? I don't know. This is the whole Kevin Feige. You are not Beyonce, sir. Quit stressing me out. I don't know. So honestly, I don't know. Kevin. I'm not sure. See, I hope Monica ends up being Spectrum instead of Captain Marvel. Yeah, I'm thinking she will, because we already have a Captain Marvel in the MCU. We already have Carol Danvers solidified as the very first film of, the entire universe. So I would imagine she's going to be Spectrum, or Photon or something, or maybe they give her a new name or something, but I don't think she's going to be Captain. But shit, what if she is? And now Captain Marvel 2 is Monica Rambeau. No. So that's an option as well. That could happen. Let's see. Darcy, Marcus says, Darcy got to pop up as a Westview wage. Man, look, that is the perfect, man. Okay, so I didn't put much stock into what Darcy may be because we know that she's now within the Westview dome. We'll say that. The Hex. She's in the Hex now. With her being chained up, if you notice at the end of the episode, everybody's running away. Wanda has turned these people into clowns. She has turned the sword facility into a circus. All of the cars that's, there, the utility vehicles and whatnot, is now a used car lot. But we did not see Darcy. We did not see her at all. She was like the first person to be encompassed by the Hex. I don't know what she's going to be, but Marcus, that's a good idea. If they play on the Two Broke Girls, I mean, give me the same color uniform. Even bring in Homegirl, her the blonde chick who was in there with her. Bring her in too. That would be smart. Yeah, Kevin, if you hear us, do some rewrites if you ain't did it already. Two Broke Girls, yes. Could Monica turn into Photon at the end of the show? Cole, yeah, she probably Photon now. When Darcy showed her that graph and was like, hey, your chemicals and cells is restructured, whatever. And she's like, yeah, I done seen enough of that for a lifetime. Remember, her clothing is also like Kevlar strength, and it's the same color as her Photon outfit. So I'm assuming maybe we is talking to Reed Richards, do some unstable molecule stuff and repurpose that 70s denim black and white shirt combination to be this new photon uniform. I can see that. I think you're onto something there. So I think, if she is not fully photon yet, I think the end would be a great. We have to see her before episode 9 as photon. Two broke girls, yeah. Ivy up, two broke girls, and yeah, the kick-ass reference, yeah, that too. I was like, why is this standing out to me? Yeah. And then also with Marvel, they do whatever the hell they want to do. Evan was in Kick-Ass, so was Pietro, the MCU Pietro. They was like best friends, right? Because I watched the first Kick-Ass, but not the it's been a long time. But the two Quicksilvers from MCU and Fox were friends in the Kick-Ass movies. So I mean, maybe we go get some of that. What does John say? Fuck Carol from referencing Carol Danvers. Fuck Carol from accounting. Bring Anna Marie into that would be interesting. That would be interesting. One of my favorite parts of this episode is the kids. I like because especially with mutants, we know when you go through puberty or go through a traumatic event, their powers manifest and whatever. You see these two personalities, they couldn't be more different from each other. Tommy says, I'm the cool twin. Billy says, what does that make me? And I felt like he's going to be shady and be like, you the twin, the dork or something like that. And these kids are really shining. Like sometimes kid actors ain't all that great. I personally feel like they are doing a really good job. I wonder with the way in which they progressed in age and with us only having a handful of episodes left, not knowing what's going on the other side, if we are to assume that they're going to continue and be staples in the MCU with their mother, we got Young Avengers coming up, I'm sure. How much are they going to age in this series? Will they still be 10, 11 years old for episode 9? Or when they see their parents having to whoop some ass, will they age up to 20-something and join in? I wonder. Let's see. Ivy says, if Evan Peters would have been in Kick-Ass 2, then he would have been the Kick-Ass Kids. Okay. Yeah. I may need to revisit that. I just saw a final battle scene in one of those Kick-Ass films, the one with McLovin falling from the ceiling. I just randomly watched it. It was on one night, and I don't know what I was looking at. So if you have some more deep-cut Kick-Ass references, let me know. Even in the comments, use that hashtag. Ivy says, the twins gave me Zach and Cody vibes. Yeah, I could see that. You know what? They really did. I watched The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That was my shit. So yeah, I could see that. I did like their costumes. Again, using Halloween as a backdrop and an excuse to put these characters in their classic uniforms. Wanda in that silhouette challenge ass outfit with the lay your head on my shoulder outfit, and Vision in his little, they called it like a Mexican luchador wrestler outfit. That you know what? Honestly, this episode felt borderline problematic. There were a lot of things that were said, and I was like, I don't know about that, fam. That being one of them. Also, the usage of the word lame. I was like, ooh, this feels wrong. Now I'm going to say, and this isn't by any means giving them a pass. Maybe it's because in the 90s, if we look back at some of our beloved TV shows, they didn't have the most welcoming of language and subject matter on some episodes. Again, not an excuse, but this episode did feel kind of like, Wanda, relax, sis, please. But I did like her being in her original uniform, Vision being in a version of his, same with Quicksilver, as well as Billy. Billy, to me, that's the one, when I saw him in his little headband and kind of cape shawl thing, I was like, okay, y'all going hard with it. Like, it's, if you know, you know. So for those of you who maybe don't know about Wiccan, know about Billy, go Google him, or that uniform, to me, that's one of the best uniforms out there. And then eventually Tommy getting his similar uniform to his uncle. And man, them kids, they did what needed to be done this episode. Marcus says, I need the twins to be with Miss Marvel. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so Marcus says, I need the twins to be with Miss Marvel and Riri and them young heroes. Yes, Kamala, Riri, the twins. if we ever, I don't know, maybe get Miles. I don't know what's going on with the Spider-Man side of things, but we're gonna whatever. I know I want me some young Avengers. We're getting Kate Bishop too. And I want champions. I don't know if they're going to be able to exist together or if maybe MCU is going to do a mashup of Young Avengers and Champions ish, but I want those. Yes, Marcus. I need those. I need these heroes, Frankie. No, and I'm ready for Ironheart. Yes. Honestly, WandaVision, I've been confident that Marvel's going to give us something entertaining. WandaVision is something that I knew was possible. I like what we're getting. It makes me more excited for the shows that are coming. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I wasn't too excited about. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I wasn't too excited, but watching WandaVision and seeing the time and effort and energy that's going into it, I'm like, man, I'm sure if we're getting this level of entertainment, we can get that in Ironheart. We can get even the animated, which is different because it's animated, but yeah, we got Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur coming up too. Like, the golden age for these nerds. So to kind of move towards a close, of course, keep those comments coming. But if I'm going with some favorites, the standout for me this episode, honestly, was the twins. I loved seeing them. I think Vision and his investigative work was awesome, but the twins like sold it for me. Them getting these powers as these little 10-year-olds, the difference in personality, I think they're both doing a really good job with these roles. And these roles, like I mentioned with Wanda prior, is that these are characters who have not been on screen. These are characters who have existed in the comics, but there's no definite, this is Billy. When I hear this voice, this is Tommy. This is, so they're able to bring to life these characters that we've seen on panel. And now you, little whatever their names are, you could be the definitive Speed and the definitive Wiccan for when I now read these comics later on. So, oh my God, I just thought the kids, they were phenomenal. Thumbs up to them. Even the kids who were trick-or-treating against their will, I don't know, they did good too. Scenes, I don't know. Favorite scenes, I would have to go with I don't know. The whole thing was just so good. From the commercial, like that was good. Very 90s, very nostalgic. The opening sequence, that title sequence is again great. But if I have to say, I'll say the conversation between Wanda and Pietro. The fact that he's like, man, I know you tested me. It's been a long time. I'm your brother. She's like, why you got a different face? I don't know. Details is fuzzy. She's like, where's your accent? Where's your accent? And when he told that girl, why you worried your husband can't die twice, and Wanda sent that man into orbit, like, you my brother now, but that's my man. You better not talk shit about my man. Oh man. Let me know some of y'all, favorite characters, if there is any, or any shows you looking forward to as we start to wind down this episode. Anything else on your mind? Predictions? Any Easter eggs you saw? Anything you may be privy to that I don't know? Anything you disagree with, you agree with? Or if not, we can end this thing. But man, this show is getting, it's the suspense. And actually, here's a question, you guys. How much time has passed? If we're looking at episode 1 through 6, it feels to me like a week and maybe a day has passed. Considering in the real world, we pick up with Wanda, Jimmy, and Darcy right after the events of the last episode. It feels like there's been minutes that passed. So how much time do you guys think have passed in this whole series so far? I'm going with a week and a day, maybe a week and a day, and then some hours, we're well into the 2-3 o'clock in the morning hour of that day. I don't think we've gone past, we ain't touched a month yet. Yeah. So that's that. Well, thank you guys for joining me for yet another Friday of I Had a Wanda Vision of Love, and it was more than you giving to me. Man, I'm enjoying this show. So yeah, make sure you guys check me out on SoundCloud, iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, everywhere you get your podcast listening stuff. I have more shows there. We got a Black Lightning series that is running. We're streaming as well with my co-host Cole Jackson of the Government Name Podcast and BYNK Radio fame. Please check that out. Check him out. Check me out. Check us out. We'll check you out. Meet your friends. Meet our friends. No. And hit me up on Twitter, CarefreeBlackNerd, as you can see here, pointing down right there, CarefreeBlackNerd. If you have any thoughts on the episode or you want to live tweet or whatever, use that hashtag IHAWVOL pod. Again, it's long, it's ridiculous because this show is ridiculous too. Let's see, what did Ivy say? Ivy says he thinks that there have been 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't know, Ivy. 3 weeks? I don't know. I'm gonna go with. So I say a week in a day. Ivy say 3 weeks. Y'all listening at home or listening on the repeat, send a tweet. Let me know how much time do you think it's passed? I say 1 week in a day. Ivy say 3 weeks. Where y'all fall? Hit me up on Instagram as well, CarefreeBlackNerd. And if you want to email me, you want to have a more in-depth conversation behind the scenes, email me at CarefreeBlackNerd@gmail.com. I'd love to have your email, your conversation, your views, your shit talking, your predictions, all of that. And if I got something wrong, shit, let me know too. Like, actually, Wanda's outfit is not from Silhouette Challenge. It's from, whatever. Let me know. Edward says a couple of days, maybe minutes. So you're saying for the whole episode 1 to 6, you think there's just been a couple of days? Or are you saying there's been a couple of days since episode 5 into episode 6? So I got a weekend a day. Obviously about 3 weeks. Sia says about a couple of days. Let me know. Let me know. So until next time, you guys stay carefree, stay nerdy, stay geeky. Stay away from, I don't know, man-child uncles and crazy hyper kids. I don't know. Stay out of Westview. Hell, that's the point to take after all of this. Stay out of Westview. Let's say 5 into 6. Okay, so Sia says from episode 5 into 6 has been about a couple of days, maybe okay. I'm gonna go with that. We're gonna see. So please, guys, check me back here next week. Same Wanda time, same Vision station for episode 7 live review of I Had a Wanda Vision of Love, and it was more than you give it to me. All right, y'all. Thanks. Signing off. Love you, Westview. All right.